So you know about old major. Old major stands for Karl Marx. Karl Marx and Lenin were they were the Russian leaders. Okay. Now you have Napoleon. The second the second important pig here is Napoleon. Napoleon is a large boar. Boar. Who is he? It's a boar. Boar. Who is a boar? Boar is a male pig. Okay, male pig. It's a male pig. So is a Snowball. They both are boars. They are male pigs. Whereas Squealer is a poker. Poker is a small pig. Okay. This is how you write poker. Squealer is a poker, whereas they are boars. They are male pigs. And these pokers, they are sold, you may say, for their flesh. It's not that huge. So Napoleon is a large boar who at first leads the revolution with a Snowball after the death of old major, then grabs power for himself. Okay, became the sole dictator of the farm, you may say. He's the main villain. Okay, the main villain, a negative character, a total negative character, a total villain, a despotic animal, or say a dictator. So he's the main villain of the story. Napoleon is a threatening and fierce looking Buckshire boar. What kind of boar is he? Buckshire boar. Buckshire. I would appreciate, if you concentrate and listen to me. Buckshire. We don't say Buckshire. We say Buckshire. Buckshire boar. Is it okay? So Napoleon is a Buckshire boar. He is one of the three pigs that take old major's ideas and turn them into animalism. Animalism, a system of thought that encourages the animals to rebel. Rebel against?
Human.
The human. Okay, yeah. He is not a gifted speaker, but is known for getting his own way. You see, he is not an eloquent speaker. He is not that eloquent as Snowball and Squealer are, but he knows how to have his way. Okay, he knows how to have his way. Like he knows how to persuade people. He by hook or crook. By hook or crook. If when he sees that he is losing, then he would use his power. He's not a man of principles. Since he's a villain, so you may say that he is not. When I'm saying a man, that means a person, a character of. Okay, they're all animals here except for these. So not a creature of, I must say, instead of man, I would say he's not a creature of principles. He's not an animal of principles. Yeah, he also manages to get the support of the sheep. Yeah, in other animals we have sheep as well. Sheep, and he encourages sheep. They are shown to be the most stupid animals there on the animal farm. So he encourages them to chant 4 legs good, 2 legs bad, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad during debates, especially preventing others making their points. Like his adversary is Snowball. Suppose when Snowball is making a speech and Snowball is winning people to his side, he sees that Snowball is gaining favor, then what would he do? He would just give a signal to the sheep, and sheep would start chanting 4 legs good, 2 legs bad, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. This is what. And because of that chanting, the person wouldn't be able to, the animal wouldn't be able to speak out or to put forth his or her thoughts. This is what happens. So this is a kind of tactic, Even Joseph Stalin played this tactic. He wouldn't let his adversaries speak. I hope you are getting the point.
Yes, sir.
Okay. He takes puppies from their mothers, we have three dogs here: Pincher, Bluebell, and Jesse. Bluebell and Jesse. So he takes puppies from them and brings them up himself. Once they have grown up, he uses them to take control of the farm. He brings up the puppies, 9 puppies there in the novel we see secretly, and when they turn out to be say hefty dogs, ferocious dogs, then he uses them against his adversaries to silent people. When I was saying people and all, so here I mean animals only here, because animals, they play the important role here. It's a fable, I told you earlier. In a fable, animals are the characters. And after he has done this, he and other pigs start to break the 7 commandments that the animals agreed to live by. In the beginning, we see that Snowball frames 7 commandments, and all the animals are supposed to adhere to those commandments, to live their lives by those commandments. But once he grabs power, Napoleon grabs power, he became autocratic, he became a despotic ruler, and he made changes in the commandments. Okay, so he eventually becomes as much of a tyrant as Mr. Jones ever was, or even worse than that, and starts exploiting the other animals of the farm. Okay, the character of Napoleon is based on, come on, the character of Napoleon is based on, I told you,
Joseph Stalin.
Joseph Stalin. I hope you can see. So here, we are having who is who, Joseph Stalin. Napoleon's character is based on Joseph Stalin. Stalin was involved in the Russian Revolution of 1917. You know that? And came to rule Soviet Russia after the death of Vladimir Lenin in 1924. He ruled until his death in 1953. When did he die? These are very important dates, He died in 1953. And until then, he ruled Russia, which was later known as the Soviet Union, USSR. During the time in power, the country was gripped with famine and fear. Millions of people starved to death, and those who opposed him were imprisoned or killed. So same, as we see in animal form. In fact, Napoleon is, as I told you, is portrayed, or say symbolizes Joseph Stalin, a real figure, a real political figure. So Napoleon also does the same thing what Stalin did in real life in Russia. People who did not agree with him, who did not accept his rule, he got them killed, or he got them exiled. Yeah, Napoleon is named after Napoleon Bonaparte. Why does he not name him Stalin? He names him Napoleon. Why? Because he has traits of Napoleon also. Napoleon Bonaparte. I hope you remember 1776, 1821. These are the dates. 17. Okay, Napoleon Bonaparte. So, yes. I'm mistaken. Can you tell me the exact date? Yes.
1821.
1821. Okay. Thank you. 1821. 1776 to 1821. Yeah, this is his birth and death. Yeah, we are talking about Napoleon Bonaparte. So Napoleon Bonaparte is associated with which revolution? Come on. French Revolution. Yeah, so he overthrew the government after the French Revolution, seized power and crowned himself emperor, and ruled France until 1815. He ruled France until 1815. Okay. So you know about Napoleon. Napoleon's character is based on Joseph Stalin, and and he has his name from or after Napoleon Bonaparte, who is associated with the French Revolution, or who seized power after the French Revolution. Right? After Napoleon, who do we have? See, we are discussing characters in detail. I think this is sufficient because you are asked to write character sketches also in your exam. So whatever we are talking here, you can take that down, and this can help you in writing the character sketch of these characters. These are the important characters. Old Major, Napoleon, Snowball, Squealer, and Boxer. These are the most important characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 characters are the most important characters, the major characters in the novel. And every year you have, to write a character sketch on one of these. Or sometimes you are asked to compare and contrast Napoleon and Snowball also. Now we come to Snowball. Snowball is one of the key picks who take the teachings of Old Major and turn them into an ideology called animalism. Okay? What do you understand by animalism here?
Sets of rules of animals.
They were set of rules for animals to live their lives by. Okay? They were in fact the principles. They were supposed to lead their lives according to these principles, these 7 commandments. Okay? This is what animalism is. He is one of the early leaders of the revolution. After Old Major's death, who becomes a leader? The main leader, in fact, the Snowball. And soon after, we have Napoleon's name. And then the two of them started ruling Animal Farm. Then they had disputes. Right? Remember the story? And then Napoleon has Snowball chased off the farm with the help of his ferocious dogs. So Snowball is very popular among the other animals and wants to make Animal Farm a fair place for them to live. A fair place means where they can live happily, where they can live delightfully, where there is no master, where they get sufficient food, where they get sufficient sleep, where they are not beaten. So he wants that kind of life for animals there in the Animal Farm. He is an intelligent and energetic pig. How do we know that he is energetic? Because he is the one, who is responsible for throwing off Mr. Jones and his men, associates, accomplices out of the farm. He repels their, attack. So he is full of innovative ideas and genuinely cares for the animals. Means he is well read. That's why he is seen reading books and all, the books of Mr. Jones, and he gets the idea of windmill from those books. So he is intelligent. He comes with innovative ideas, and he genuinely cares for the animals. That means he is not corrupt. He is not a corrupt politician. He is not a corrupt leader. His plans and ideas revolve around providing education and better condition on the farm. Do you remember? He forms different committees for the animals. Can you name one or two? Just one or two. Like we have Clean Tail League Committee for the cows. Okay, do you remember? No? Any of the committees? He frames education committees. He is interested in teaching animals. He teaches them how to read and write. And some animals cannot go beyond A, B, C, and D. And some are able to by heart the entire alphabet. And some can make out what those 7 commandments are. Some cannot memorize those 7 commandments. So he does a lot, for the animals of the Animal Farm. So his plans and ideas revolve around providing education and better conditions on the farm. He is also a brave fighter. I told you that he organizes the animals during the Battle of Cowshed. He was there in the Animal Farm till the Battle of Cowshed only. Okay, like the later battles, like battle of Windman and all, were fought while he was off the farm, while he was no longer a part of the farm. He was thrown away by Napoleon. So he organizes the animals during the Battle of Cowshed and repels Mr. Jones and his men off the farm. Okay. Yes, Battle of, remember this Battle of Cowshed. So he was the hero of this Battle of Cowshed. Even Boxer 2 was the hero of the Battle of Cowshed. These two, Boxer and Snowball, they fought very bravely during these battles. And where was Napoleon that time? Napoleon was not to be seen. He was not, around while this first battle was fought, because first battle was the most important battle. This was the battle, which established their rule on the animal farm. So who is responsible for establishing rule there on the animal farm? Is Snowball. And during this battle, Napoleon was nowhere seen. Napoleon does not like Snowball's ideas, so has him chased off from the farm by his ferocious dogs. Okay, what does he do? He chases him off. He chases him off the farm. Remember the phrase, chases him off the farm, chases Snowball off the farm. With the help of his 9 puppies. They are no longer puppies, they are ferocious dogs now. We do not see Snowball after this incident. Means once he is chased off the farm, he is not to be seen again. He is used by Napoleon as a scapegoat. A scapegoat, like anything that goes wrong on the farm is blamed on him. Whatever goes wrong on the farm, who is blamed? Snowball is blamed. That this thing happened because of Snowball. That thing happened because of Snowball. So he is used by Napoleon as a scapegoat. I hope you know. The scapegoat is a person, like whom you use as an easy victim, you may say. Like who is a kind of pretext. Whenever something bad happens, something wrong happens, something untoward happens, then you blame that person. So that person is called as scapegoat. So who is scapegoat? Snowball is used as a scapegoat by Napoleon, because we have Snowball only till the half of the novel. After that, he is not there. Napoleon rules the animal farm. Yeah. So, Napoleon also convinces the animals that Snowball was never brave during the battle and was actually on Mr. Jones's side. When a person is not around, then you can say anything about him on his back. And besides, others wouldn't say a single syllable against you. Why? Because they are afraid of you. They are scared of you. If they utter a single syllable, if they utter any word against you, then what would you do? You will have them killed. So he's that kind. Napoleon is that kind. He's like Stalin. He's like Adolf Hitler, you may say. Okay? The despotic rulers. So Snowball is a positive character and represents Leon Trotsky. Leon Trotsky. This is his full name. You can remember just Trotsky.